Hey there riders, Moto Journo Kris here, and I wanted to talk about Aprilia's RS660, which has been confirmed for 2020. Interestingly, this machine drew a huge amount of interest back at EICMA in 2018 as a concept bike, with a great reaction from riders interested in a twin-cylinder sports bike, and certainly filling a gap in the Aprilia lineup between their small capacity sports bikes and the RSV4. As you'd expect from Aprilia, this is no basic mid-capacity sports bike, even though power is only a potential 100 horsepower, with potential being the word to note here. That said, there's an obvious focus on road performance in the information provided, and Yamaha's MT-07 power plant has certainly proven a good enough engine can underpin a huge range of models. It's now in a beginner and full power naked bike, a cruiser, an adventure sport model, and of course the latest full-on adventure Tenere 700. Now, styling on the Aprilia is exceptional, with beautifully integrated lines and a very high production quality obvious from the pictures, alongside some very tasty components, making it clear that this won't be a machine competing on price point. Interestingly, the RS660 enters a segment which at first glance already contains the Yamaha R6, the ZX6R, both offering electronics on a high-spec Supersport 600, with other options like the MV Agusta F3 and the limited edition Daytona 765 also filling a similar niche but being a little bit more exclusive again. The Aprilia looks like it'll be concentrating on ultra-usable road performance, however, while retaining a high level of specification and technology which may be aimed at countering the slowdown in superbike and supersport machines on the road sales-wise. They certainly aren't getting any slower speed-wise. All these bikes are getting better practically every year, but actual road practicality with policing and busy roads is a real issue for many riders, especially when a license can be lost pretty much instantly on all these machines with a simple twist of the throttle and even in first gear. The RS660 sounds like it'll be a road supersport, well capable of track days, where many of these offerings are realistically track machines that you can ride on the road. And I say that as a long-term supersport owner too. I've had a Daytona 675R for a number of years and commuted on it for quite a while as well. I'm not seeing a full spec sheet on the RS660 yet, but here's what we do know. The 660cc parallel twin will be Euro 5 homologated and very compact, and is derived from the front bank of the 1100cc V4 with double overhead cams and 270-degree crank pins, with Aprilia boasting a rapid, lively response at any speed thanks to good torque. A single exhaust pipe is notable next to a relatively large underbelly collector, with Euro 5 requirements ramping up what's needed, with better emissions generally offered by bigger, heavier and often uglier collectors. On the bright side, keeping that weight and mass below the axle line certainly helps. Ride-by-wire will of course be included, as though we needed to ask, and the electronic system is derived from that found on the V4. This includes a 6-axis inertial platform as well, with the APRC system offering the following: ATC or Aprilia Traction Control, AWC or Aprilia Wheelie Control, ACC or Aprilia Cruise Control, a convenient feature for the road, AQS, an Aprilia Quick Shift system including downshifting. AEB is also featured, which is Aprilia Engine Brake, alongside AEM or Aprilia Engine Map, with maps offering varying engine power delivery. Simplifying the electronics package is 5 riding modes, 3 for the road and 2 for the track, offering a host of presets that should cover general use. A full color TFT display gives riders 2 display modes, road or track, with automatic backlighting thanks to a sensor, while a new switch block offers easy control of everything. On the chassis side of things, a lasting memory from the concept bike at EICMA 2018 was that polished frame, with Aprilia showcasing an aluminium frame and swing arm, with the engine run as a load-bearing element, while no linkage is run for the swing arm, with an adjustable shock mentioned. Front suspension will be a set of Kayaba 41mm forks, with Brembo providing the braking system, with a 4-piston radial caliper on each of the 320mm front rotors and backed up by multi-map cornering ABS. There'll also be a Brembo master cylinder on the front and rear, with a Brembo caliper on the rear as well. Other points of note are Aprilia sharing that the seat to handlebar to footbed triangle will not be overly front loaded, while bars are mounted off the top triple and raised slightly, offering a clip-on like experience but more suited to the road and general riding. In layman's terms, that just means slightly less aggressive ergonomics. With that said, the RS660 really looks the business as far as sports bikes go, so there's no loss of that racer and competition feel despite these choices by Aprilia. Lights are also LED with daytime running lights featured, both being cool and helping boost visibility, with regular headlights apparently automatically activated. I'm not sure whether daytime running lights replace the need for headlights to be on in markets where that's a requirement, but I can only guess it would be very easy just to have them running all the time if not. Indicators are also self-cancelling, which seems to be a technology finally becoming a bit more mainstream on two wheels, although ever since riding a Harley for a while with it, I find myself constantly rechecking I've cancelled them on my own bikes properly, as they're just the old system that has to be done manually. Obviously, it's a much better feature if all your bikes have this feature permanently. Now, another feature mentioned was the double fairing, which is visible on the RS660 with an inner plastic fairing and painted outer fairing with the wing style aerodynamic, with Aprilia explaining this helps flow hot air away from the rider as well as with aerodynamics in general. Overall, it's a cool looking machine and well in keeping with the Aprilia lineup, and I have to say I even like the red, blue and black colour scheme the RS660 is offered in. Now, I can't afford an RS-V4 or a Tuono V4, but I have to say I've found their paint schemes in recent years pretty uninspiring. Maybe they know their customers, but as amazing as the RS-V4 was when I last tested it, it's never felt like the paint did the bike justice, even if the bikes themselves are very cool, but this is a very subjective thing to say. Maybe the RS660 marks a change in that area, or maybe I'm just not the type of person buying an Aprilia, which is certainly a possibility. Although I do have to note we have one in the garage, it's just a scooter. The other exciting news is that a concept Tuono 660 was also unveiled this year at EICMA and looks absolutely wicked in the black-red colour scheme with the red wheels and seat plus specific fairing areas. So what do you think of Aprilia's latest offering and what we know of the RS660 so far? Was that what you were expecting after the concept bike broke cover last year, or were you thinking of something else? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to sub and hit that notification bell. As always, stay safe out there and thanks for watching.